certified broadcast meteorologist Jim Cantore of the Weather Channel. Jim, where are you today?
Dan, it's so funny. I mean, you actually gave away the city right there. Nobody took the bait. Nobody grabbed onto it. I'm right there in the heart of Boston.
Yep,
right on the Long Wharf.
That's what I thought.
Boom.
Now, what do you bring on a trip like this, and how long do you pack for?
Well, the bags are already packed, but 2 pairs of boots, 3 pairs of gloves, different hats, some protein powder, just crank, everything to get me through the storm.
All right. Now, do you know the definition of a blizzard?
I do.
There's 3 things. 3 things.
So the last time you asked me a meteorological question, I failed.
Yes,
this time
you did.
I will not fail you.
Yes.
You asked me what a sou'wester was, and I was like, what the hell is that? And it just skipped me. But the blizzard, you got to have 35 mile per hour plus winds.
That's one.
For 3 hours or more.
All right. That's
and
2.
a quarter-mile visibility of snow or less during that 3 hours. Did I do all right, man?
Yeah, you
did.
did
I keep my degree?
Yeah.
Am I still certified?
Yeah.
Right.
What bothers you the most when you watch weather forecasters, like local forecasters? What bothers Jim Cantore?
You know what? There's so many good ones out there. It's hard to say that, especially here in the Boston market. This is a tough market. So I don't know what bothers me. I mean, maybe I'm not sure that I don't have as good a hair as they do. How about that? So Eric Fisher is a Boston meteorologist. He probably has the most perfect hair of any meteorologist I've ever seen.
Yeah, but his arms aren't as big as yours.
No, not. That's a good point. Good point.
But I was wondering about that you do this, and then I always, like, did you ever think of calling yourself like Jim Tornado?
I promise you I never have.
Okay, because there's Dallas Rains, there's Storm Fields.
Right.
Never thought about having a weather-related name?
No, I never really did this for ego. I actually wanted to just be a lowly operational meteorologist. So I never really got into that whole shtick thing.
What do people say?
Maybe I should go back and revisit that after 35 years. What do you think?
What do people say when they see you in town?
Leave.
No,
Please
they
leave.
should leave. They should leave, not you.
No, they want me to leave because they think for some reason I'm going to take it with me. No, it didn't work like that.
Explain this to me, though. The local news anchor will always thank the weather forecaster for good weather. You guys didn't do anything.
I know. Isn't that beautiful?
So they'd be like, oh, so, Jimmy Lipper, great weather. Thank you for that forecast.
But most importantly, they always blame you for when you get the forecast wrong.
Shouldn't there be
something? You heard of that story? You heard of that story from Indianapolis, right? When this meteorologist was calling for 6 inches of snow, and so it never happened in Indianapolis. It never came out. Never came to fruition, the forecast. And the next morning, the anchors turned to them, both of them female, and they said to him, John, you promised me 6 inches last night. And you can just imagine everything that ensued after that.
Whew.
That's what happens when you bust a forecast, bro. It happens.
Shouldn't there be stakes, though, when you get your forecast wrong? Like, somebody should be fired or suspended?
That's a little harsh. Maybe a little electric shock therapy.
I'm looking at that you could get 42 inches in Providence, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, Portland, Maine. Does that sound about right?
That would be on the high end of the extreme for this storm.
Okay.
A 40-inch total would be pretty incredible.
Epic.
But, I think getting into the 20 to 30 plus range is going to be pretty hard. There's a lot of internal dynamics that go along with the storm. In other words, where do these bands set up that produce 3 to 5 inches? There's really no way of perfectly forecasting that, but we do think it's going to be somewhere in eastern Maine, eastern Massachusetts, eastern Rhode Island, and that's where the money spot is, and that's why I'm here, Dan. That's why I'm here in Boston.
He's Jim Cantore. He's been doing this for over 35 years at the Weather Channel. Paulie has some weather-related names.
And Jim's a brand. He might not want to change his name, but we're thinking Cyclone for a weatherman name, or this is our favorite, Humidity. Hubert's Midity.
There you go. That's a little light, but I like cyclone better. I think that's the best one.
Cyclone.
I'll take it.
Worst weather that you've ever been in, snow-wise. Where were you actually nervous?
I mean, hurricanes are interesting because especially when the water comes up and you got a whole crew with you and you want to make sure that you don't flood trucks and flood, them out in the storm surge. But, Katrina was just nuts, dude. I mean, you're talking about 28 feet of storm surge in Gulfport, Mississippi, cars floating around the parking lots like rubber duckies, huge whole trees just being blown across the parking lot. I mean, that was pretty gnarly, but I mean, we were above dry ground, there wasn't much of that left.
Can police tell you to get out?
They can. They usually don't. They like to think that we know what we're doing. And we kind of do. Sometimes we don't.
Seton is going from Connecticut to Los Angeles. And he's leaving on Monday.
Gotcha.
So we start February. Seton's on the road. He's going to go Cincinnati. Seton, give Jim Cantore the route.
So hold on. When is he leaving, first of all, from Connecticut?
Monday morning.
So you're doing that because of the storm?
No, we're getting the van delivered. Yeah, we're not worried about safety. This is about getting the van delivered that they're going cross country. Yeah, Jim thinking it's about safety.
So that's why you called on me for this forecast.
Yes.
Wait, Monday, you're fine.
Wait a minute, hold on. Seton, give Jim the tour stops.
Okay, so we start Monday. We leave Connecticut to get to Cincinnati. Then from there we go to Memphis, Oklahoma City, Phoenix.
Hold on. All right, hold on. Let's do day by day because that's kind of the way I want to talk about it.
5-day forecast.
Right. So Milford to Cincy, you're good on Monday. Cincy to Memphis, you should be good on Tuesday as well. The next weather system starts to come into play probably Wednesday there. And this is what I think is going to be interesting for you is you're going to go from Memphis to Oak City, right?
Wednesday? Little Rock. Right? Little Rock is also in there too.
Oh, is Little Rock? Where's Little Rock?
It's Memphis, then
Memphis
Little Rock.
to Little Rock.
Yeah, and then Oklahoma City.
All right. On Wednesday.
Well, I don't know.
That's the plan. Yeah. We're gonna try it for Wednesday. Right, we're gonna try.
So here's the deal. That could be an interesting situation. You got rain to possibly freezing rain by the time you get to Oklahoma City.
See, that's why we didn't go through St. Louis actually because I thought there was going to be weather. It looked like there might be some weather there.
Yeah, the farther north you go, the worse. You may have to come down to Dallas.
Then you got Memphis. Albuquerque after Oklahoma City.
Okay, I got Oklahoma City to Phoenix. So Dan, you need to talk to your producers. I need some better information.
Right? No, okay. So Jim has the end destinations. There's stops in between. So we're gonna drive through Nashville, but probably stay in Memphis. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Those kinds of
things. And then Little Rock, Oklahoma City, Albuquerque, Phoenix,
exactly,
Las Vegas, and then L.A.
Yeah, Albuquerque.
So let's just say you're in Oklahoma City on Wednesday, all right, and you're leaving to go to Albuquerque and then Phoenix. I mean, depending on how much ice they get there now, and if you're in Oklahoma City, that's obviously going to be a potential hamper for you on Thursday, right? That's Thursday's travel, right? And then I'm wondering why would you go from Phoenix up to Vegas?
Why wouldn't you?
That's not a direct line to Los Angeles.
No,
what's up with that, dude?
If you're rolling through, you might as well.
You got something you got to do and take care of in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
I mean, it's none of my business or anything, but
he's got to drop off somebody's money.
Okay. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Whatever you got to take care of there.
Yeah.
And then Vegas to LA on Saturday.
He's good.
I think you're looking good.
So the big one is freezing rain in Oklahoma City.
That's it. Wednesday is interesting, and then leaving Thursday, depending on how much they get there, is I think makes it tricky. So what if we leave Sunday? We can avoid all of this.
We can't. We have to do it Monday.
Yeah, I'm just throwing this out there.
No, I appreciate that, Jim.
Suggestion.
Yeah. Can't
leave Monday.
Yeah.
Drive into the ice.
You know what? If you can, I don't know if you can, but if you think about this maybe early next week, if you're on the air, as I said, on the Dan Patrick Show, or Seton O'Connor is traveling through Nashville or Memphis or Oklahoma City with freezing rain. I mean, I know you got work to do, but you did do push-ups on the air when I asked you to do.
I tell you what, if you tell me why Seaton's going from Phoenix to Vegas, I'll say it on the air next week. How's that?
Seaton, do you want to tell Cantore why?
You want to open that up? That box?
Man, that is dicey.
Yeah. You know what?
That whole happens in Vegas thing, you know?
Yeah. Well,
do you want to text it to me?
But you're not in Vegas, so it's not what happens in Vegas. You're outside of Vegas. You can talk about that.
I think I'm just doing sort of some reconnaissance for perhaps a future visit to Vegas, is what I'll say.
Reconnaissance.
Yes.
Yes, Paul.
That's such a great
Jim,
word.
you don't want Jim having to give shout-outs to Brandy and Cinnamon on the Weather Channel next week. 'Cause that's what this is going to.
Yeah.
I just had a feeling that's where we were going.
Mercedes.
Yeah.
All right, we'll just cross that one off.
Yeah.
All right, there.
Yeah.
Very good.
Mercedes to the main stage. Mercedes to the main stage. So you're going to be in downtown Boston for tonight, but tomorrow is when the festivities start.
Yeah, literally right out of the gate tomorrow morning. And they start talking about these snowfall rates, 3 to 5 inches an hour, which is just insane. I like to call that like the puking phase of the atmosphere. I mean, because it's you can't keep up with it. You shouldn't be out in it. You're going to get trapped on the roads and that kind of snowfall rate.
Do you love thunder, snow? Thunder?
Oh, do I ever?
Yeah.
Do I? You know what, though? It's funny. Before we came out, I was just talking to my producer, Steve Pederak. I'm like, Pederak, I think we're going to miss the thunder snow here. It looks like it's going to be Boston, southeastward. So we may just miss it. Maybe the Cape gets it.
Have you ever been hit by lightning?
I haven't yet, but I should be careful about loving thunder snow since lightning precedes the thunder. As you know, Dan, in your limited meteorological training, you know this.
You call yourself a meteorologist. You haven't even been struck by lightning. That's
a shame.
Yeah.
You
I'm sure Storm Fields or Dallas Raines probably got hit by lightning.
Did Dallas retire?
I think so. I think
he did.
I don't know if there was a better looking weatherman than Dallas Raines.
Well, Dallas had great hair too.
Oh my God.
And,
he always looked like he stopped into the studio before, then he was going to a piano bar or something. Like he always looked like he was en route to a country club.
So knowing Dallas, he probably did the weather forecast from the piano bar.
Yeah, well, he probably could have.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah. It's great to talk to you. Be safe up there.
You too, brother.
Yep, and we'll be in touch.
That sounds good, Dan. Anytime you need me.
Thank you, buddy.
But give me some more details on that Phoenix to Vegas trip when you get a chance.
Jim Cantore, he is certified broadcast meteorologist. He's not one of those guys that you say, we need a weather guy. I'll do it. No, 35 plus years at the Weather Channel.